The reality is, Christ founded the Catholic Church. Who founded yours? What's up, everybody? This is Josh for Practical Theism. Hope you're doing well today. Today I wanted to talk about a question that comes from a lot of people, actually, and that is, when did the Catholic Church start? When did it start? Did it start in 1900, 902, 1850? 1642, wait, no, the Reformation, 1535, that's when the Catholic Church started. Wrong, that's not when the Catholic Church started. This is a commonly misunderstood question, and quite honestly, a misunderstood answer. The reality is, Christ founded the Catholic Church. Who founded yours? Because if you think about it, you look at the Baptists, you look at the Methodists, you look at Lutheranism, you look at Calvinism, you look at the Presbyterian Church of America. All of these have a starting point or a start date. And there's a really interesting graphic that shows the line of churches being kind of spawned. I always think it's pretty powerful because it all breaks off. Things are breaking off from what the original thing was. Now, some people go into dividing a line between the Catholic Church and the Roman Catholic Church, as if they're two separate things. The first thing to understand is Catholic comes from the Greek word katholikos, which means universal or part of the whole. The true Catholic Church is universal in nature. And in reality, it started when the Spirit descended to believers in Acts 2 at the day of Pentecost. And this was foretold by Christ, who mentioned building a church on Peter in Matthew 16:18. And what did he say? He said, the gates of hell will not prevail against it. And the church has long took that to believe that means that God will not allow his church to fail. And it's interesting, you look at the corruption. A lot of people point to the corruption of the church as a reason to invalidate it. I actually look at the corruption as a reason to reinforce the church. And this is what I mean by that. I look at the corruption in the church, and it's like any organization that didn't have God behind it, with corruption like that, corruption of human beings, would have folded like 3 days after opening. But this church has persisted for 2,000 years, over 2,000 years. So I look at that and I'm like, there's something there that is of divine ordinance, that is a reason why it's pressing through all of the challenges that it's encountering, no matter what. And by the way, we've talked about a lot on this channel too. Just because there's bad people in the church doesn't mean the church is bad. As G.K. Chesterton said, when it comes to the church, we're all in the same boat and we're all seasick. The church is a hospital for sinners, not a hotel for saints. This is a saint-making machine. The goal of the Christian life is sanctity. But everybody in the church is a sinner, as 1 John tells us. We're all sinners. We all fall short. This isn't some sort of elite social club. This is the birthplace of the spiritual man. This is the bride of Christ. This is the place that one enters into to be recommuning with God the Father up in heaven. So the Catholic Church, the universal Christian church, is the original church that was intended to pass on the good news of Christ. If you're not sure what that is, check the link above to see the meaning of Jesus and his Easter story. When did the Catholic Church start? The minute Christ instituted it, when he made that declaration upon Peter, I will build my church. Upon this rock, I will build my church. And then that came to fruition when the Holy Spirit descended upon the apostles at Pentecost, and throughout the years, that Holy Spirit has been passed to believers who have come into a loving relationship with Christ and have come into full communion with Christ's church, the bride of Christ, as he intended it to be. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. If you have any thoughts, throw them down below in the comments. But definitely hit that like button, pound that subscribe button like you mean it, so you can get more of this awesome content. Leaving the link to that video down below in the description. Go check it out. I hope you enjoy it. It's done in a very fun and interesting way because it's a spoken word thing that we did a few years ago. So until next time, we'll talk to you then. Thanks.